Hey guys, welcome back to Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. Yeah, Definitive Edition. We're going to... I wasn't sure if I was going to cast this or not. This was a... let's have a look. Yeah, this is the one. Right, so... when I start, just bear in mind, this should be 4v4, as you can see down here. And it's on a map of the world. I'm playing as Britons, I think. Yeah, I'm playing as Britons, and so should be a really cool 4v4 game. So you see, we start with a transport and a bunch of units. I thought that my transport already was full of units, but as you can see, it's completely empty. My units are actually here.
Yay?
Mandatum.
And what you'll notice over here in the score, everyone on my team has immediately quit, and I have no idea why. And soon you will also notice that people on the other team start to quit. Now this map is huge. As you can see in the minimap, it's a map of the world, but it's absolutely huge. Ridiculously big. So the smart thing to do when the vast majority of players have quit, and there goes another. So there's only 3 of us out of 8 left. The smart thing to do at this point is just to quit and find another game. Did I quit and find another game? I did not quit and find another game. Let's speed this up. So, I'm going, why can't I unload my units? Because there's no units in there. Okay, we're going faster speed now. Eventually I will realise, and now on this huge map we've got to 1v1. Me against this jungle auntie. So I finally realise, come back, get my units and go, right, okay, we're going to settle. We may as well, this was my first game of the day, so I thought, it'll be a bit of a warm up, we can, you know, at least get a civilization going. So, build a TC over here next to the gold. Look at them go in this faster speed. Take the fog of war off. Okay, so the other guy builds their TC here. The only reason I'm really casting this is because I want to know if this could have been a lot quicker than it was. I'm going to do it sped up because we don't really need to see anything that happens, apart from I lose in I think 2 or 3 villages early on, really awkwardly. But anyway, that's not good. But I'm more concerned about what the other person's doing. So their plan is the Incas, and I'm the Britons. Yeah, so any sane person would quit out really early and find another game, because if both players carry on at this point, the game could last all day. I mean, look, just on this one continent there's enough resources to, like, put you through 9 massive battles with full population. I didn't even realise this was 250 pop limit until about maybe an hour in. Maybe 2 hours in. This was a long game. Oh, they're scouting all over there. They've done the correct thing and docked early. I'm focusing on land eco. Should we get to feudal first? But yeah, I was having my morning coffee, thinking, yeah, this will be a good way to get warmed up, get into the swing of things before I do some online games, which are, by the way, the 2 1v1s that I uploaded after. There was another one where I got to Castle Age and then was my internet failed and I got kicked. Okay, so it expands up there. I find where they are. Build a dock of my own. What was that noise? Oh, is it the... Yeah, it's a crocodile. So I noticed the fishing and try to take out the fishing ships. So they've got the right idea here. They're expanding to as far out on the map as they can, whereas I have everything clumped in together, all really claustrophobic. Where I should have really... I'm in Castle Age, I should have been dropping a TC here, dropping a TC here, basically on all the stones and golds, or near the stones and golds. I build a castle. I'm just scattered around this whole continent to see how far they've expanded. So I start attacking with some navy, thinking everything's going okay, and yeah, maybe this game won't last too long because we seem to be doing enough damage. Start producing some units, a bit of siege, some longbowmen, trusty, amazing longbowmen. The second town centre goes up. Oh man. I don't notice this until it's too late. But well played, I have to say, well played to get some eco over here. See castles going up. I'm sending stuff over here to do with the original base. I don't even think I know about this yet, even though it's right next to... I can see that, I should be able to see that barracks. I don't think I noticed that yet. So we start taking out their initial base. Still not noticing this. I'm really not used to playing on such massive maps. Might get some production over here to try and so I can get some trebuchets out to deal with the castle and start taking the buildings down. Both in Imperial Age now. And this is where Jungle Ant will start massing some units over here. Again, I still don't think I've noticed over there, even though I should have done. So I think I'm doing really well at this point. Not realising about all the danger that's just around the corner. Look at that, beautiful, beautiful. But then they start attacking over here. And you can start to see how this is going to go on forever. Because there's going to be fighting all over the map just from two civilizations. You can see we're already an hour and 20 minutes in. Speed it up even more, speed it up again. All my castles go down, well, all except for one, I think. It's quite fascinating to see it all at like high speed. See their unique unit, the well, not unique unit, sorry, their elite eagle warriors are really, they're really mobile. They might not be as strong as like a champion or anything like that, but they're super fast. And Britons really lack mobility. I do create cavaliers, which you'll have seen from time to time, but they're expensive, and they and Britons don't get their paladin upgrade. So this is normal speed. We're at an hour and 40 minutes at the moment, and I am getting around to clearing up this space, but then as I start clearing this up, it'll start expanding over here. So it's one of those push and pull things that on a map this size if you got two players who even slightly know what they're doing, which describes me, I slightly know what I'm doing. I'm not sure about this other person. I think I would say that they're more experienced because of the way that they expand quickly. Like go to all the different areas on the map, which is it seems to be what you should do when it's a big map. Look, whenever I push in one area, they set up shop in another. Oh, there's gold on the starting. There was a gold on the bottom as well. Well, that's a bit unfair, isn't it? These guys started with gold and stone. Anyway. So, there's this whole other continent. Completely empty right now. But I do get this area back. And start again, moving forces to try and push over here. But guess what happens when I push over here? Where's all this going on? Oh man, it's almost giving me anxiety watching all this again. Look at her. I don't know if that's quite an accurate representation of the United Kingdom. Empty with a couple of sheep. So we'll start clearing up over here again. I'm curious because he just come... Yeah, and he's already started setting up shop back over here. See, what I should be doing is making sure my economy's sorted, which it's not. And, yeah. Like I say, I think this player's just a fair bit more experienced than me. I kind of know what to do, but I'm just not very good at doing it. It takes me a million years to clear up each area, and once I've cleared up one area, I'm weaker back home, so I get raided at home or whatever. So you see already, how many units have they got in the barracks, I wonder? Yeah, barracks all full, so they can just jump out at any time, like now. Absolutely destroy my economy. I mean, well played to be that active all over different parts of the map, you know what I mean? And on this continent now, so they set up on this continent as well. So if you just look at the score, we've got about double their score, just under double their score at the moment. But that's not going to last. Again, we've cleared up most of the stuff around here. See a bit of green there, no? And here we go again over here. So we're now at 2 hours 10 minutes. And you see how slow I am to react about all these raids and things. And again, this is a 250 population game, and I've got enough houses but 155, so have they got the full 250, I wonder? They've got 220. Okay, so unbeknownst to me though, they've set up on this island. Getting a solid economy going. Lots of fishing. Everything looks gravy from their perspective. You see, I noticed then that you can get to 250. That's what all those sounds were, me building houses. Again, credit to Jungle Auntie for setting up pretty much across the map, moving to wherever you can move to. See, I hadn't even expanded fully on the continent that I started on. And with how set up they are on this island, I'm going to have no chance when I come across. And again, now we've got more TCs over here at the top. Just start expanding here as well. I mean, I did get to a point where I was doing damage quicker, but I think they were just biding the time as to when was the right moment to attack. See all my panic houses over here where I'm just going, I need to build more houses, just build them anyway. Got more production buildings going up. Because I've noticed these town centres and I think, right, okay, we need to push over here. And we've also landed over here. I'm unaware at this point of how established they are on this island. Let's have a look at their resources. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at all the wood there. That's nuts. We've got about 30 on each resource, roughly. I've got nowhere near that. I've got 0 on stone at the moment. And then it turns into war on this island, which I'm obviously going to lose. But I've got units stood around doing nothing. I'm not expanding my economy. Got all these units that could be helping me over here that I haven't transported over. I try and set up a TC here, not realising that it's over here as well. Abandon that TC. And then try and go further up here, I think. And then end up abandoning that as well because I don't realise that it's set up here as well. It's all over the map. I mean, like I say, well done for having the game sense to, you know, expand to absolutely everywhere that you can. There's basically a TC in every corner of the map. The only place that they're not is Australia. UK, but who want? I mean, look at the UK. It doesn't have any resources. It's like real life. So I'll start building some docks over here. I think I'm building navy from these docks, but I will build some docks over here as well. Yep, there they go. But I mean, their economy is so good at this point. I mean, we do have a lot of food. And I mean, in time, depending on, if I were to get my act together and sort out my economy and expand over here, all these resources that I could be taking, and over here as well. And by now, just gone 3 hours, I'm getting a bit tired of this game. Why I didn't resign at the start, I have no idea. Maybe just out of a morbid curiosity of what would happen over 1v1 on this map. This is what would happen. This is, let this be a warning to anyone playing at Age of Empires 2 online. If it goes down, if you're playing a team game and it goes down to 1v1 on a map of this size, unless you want to spend the rest of your day in a ridiculous back and forth melee, then just get out. Get out as fast as you can and don't look back. Because even if one person falls so far behind and he's almost dead, all it takes is one villager. Because you'll no doubt have a ton of resources anyway. So as long as you can get another town centre up, you can start it all again. So now we're fighting over here again. Whilst there is going to be some stuff going on over here as well. I'm sending units over there. I don't know what the spies tech does at this when it's not regicide. You just can't stop this person from expanding. It's quite remarkable. Right now, three and a half hours. And also you start to see some of the downfalls of being Britons as well in late game. Britain's strength is Castle Age really, probably early Castle Age, but Castle Age. They don't have that many great units for like post-Imperial Age. And they still have strong civ, but they lack speed and like I say, they lack just excellent post-Imperial. Like the lack of gunpowder really hurts in post-Imperial Age. Like if I could have got onto this island and slapped down a load of bombard towers and then from there built a few castles and had some bombard cannons and all that kind of stuff, then I'd have been able to push easier over there rather than having to rely on trebuchets and rams. So again, we focused on taking this island back, which we will do, but partly due to the fact that they've got most of their population over here. But I mean, it's not beyond the realms of possibility that I could carry on pushing each individual area until I give up. But it just doesn't look like they're going to give up. See, they've overtaken us in score now, from us being like double. And you see, we get some. So we've pushed back in this area. So what happens? They send a load of navy and they land here and start attacking our base. Again, really good play, but it's not an ideal game of Age of Empires. Look at these two transports, bringing death and destruction. I feel like this player would be really good in like community games, like Regicide. Really good at sniping kings and generally just staying alive. Maybe they spend a lot of time watching MBL's channel. I don't know. Like, my main base then is pretty much gone. I mean, there's other areas of the map. I've got town centres and other places. But the amount of time it'd take to take everything back is just ludicrous. And that's it, I call it GG. So after nearly 4 hours, and I said did the standard GGWP or good game well played. I left it for about 30 seconds before resigning and quitting, and there was no response. I was a little bit like, oh come on man, the least you can do after all that time is say GGWP. Oh my days, just sunk like practically my day into but I'm an idiot. I should have resigned straight off. But for anyone who's tempted, if you're playing like 3v3, 4v4, even 2v2 maybe, and it goes down to a 1v1, and it's a big map like this, just get out as soon as you can. Otherwise, you'll be dragged into this unless this is what you want, and then in that case, well, power to you. Certainly not like. Let's have a look at the stats over here. The timeline's going to be interesting. Okay, so we won on military and economy, they won on technology and society. I had a better kill-death ratio, definitely destroyed a lot more buildings, and I think I converted 1 villager, and my largest army was huge compared to theirs. I got more food, but they got more of every other resource. So hang on. How do I win on economy? How on earth do I win on economy? How does that work? I got marginally more food. You got marginally more wood and a ridiculous amount more stone and gold. How does that work? I don't know, but whatever. I got up the ages faster. Less research than him or her. And I had 30 castles to my 9. 2 relics. I didn't have a single. Well, I did have a relic captured earlier, but he destroyed the monastery. Obviously less relic gold, and their villager high. Look at that. That says it all, doesn't it? 223 vills versus 80. Yeah, I think that's something I'll have to work on for next time when there's a higher population limit, is to get in, just making sure that I have like a decent vill population. But yeah, ridiculous, just ridiculous. But anyway, yeah, so the light colour is the villagers and the dark colour is the military. You can see my military was ridiculously, I mean, yeah, I should have had more vills and that, but then again, yeah, that could have literally gone on all day, that game. So I'm glad I just decided to jump out after about 4 hours. There was a point in time, it must have been about 2 hours, 2.5 hours in, something like that, where I really, really needed to go for a wee, and I was just like, oh no, and then I sort of sod it, know what's going to happen, like, in that time, so went off, went to toilet, grabbed a drink, came back, everything was still going crazy, and I was like, okay, yeah, back in we go. And I think it's about half an hour after that, and I just thought, right, sod it, I can't do this anymore. But yeah, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed this warning of why not to play on a massive map on Age of Empires 2 online, because it'll just take over your entire day. But anyway, thanks for joining us, and I'll see you in the next step. Alright, bye.